Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
This kind of change of cold weather,
It's
snow.
cold, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm. Monday, we had some excitement at home.
What happened?
So it was a snow day, obviously.
You
For
think?
those of you who,
Hey,
who
we
can
live in
remember
Temiskaming.
Monday, with all that wind and everything. Well, one of my neighbor's trees partially fell.
Not on your stuff.
It bounced off of a piece of our fence. It's fine. It's a minor damage, but we actually had the patio door open at the time because it was mild and we had put too much wood in the stove. So it was 28 degrees in the house. So we had the patio door open and I was working and Malcolm was sitting at the table and he says, "Mommy, what's that noise?" And as I got up, you could see some of the debris from the tree flying into my house, tiny little pieces of branch. No one was hurt, nothing was damaged, but it
28 degree. I'm sorry, I'm just backtracking a little bit. 28 degree. So are you planning to go down south for like Tula, Mexico very soon?
Well, yes, actually.
I know.
I am.
But like, are you preparing the house for the actual?
No, so we have a wood furnace.
I figured.
Yeah, it's not a wood stove, it's a wood furnace. So it actually goes through the same ductwork that a normal furnace would. So it's very easy to superheat the main floor of our house if you put too much wood in, especially on a day that it's getting warmer, closer to the 0 degree mark, and we load it like it's minus 20.
And heat rises, so your bedrooms, I know where they are.
Believe it or not, our bedrooms are actually colder than the main floor, which is
No way.
nice.
Okay.
We have never opened the ceilings enough to investigate the ductwork. We assume there's probably some blockages, or they have holes in them or whatever, because we have certain hot spots in the floor, but it's actually not warmer upstairs than it is in the kitchen. The kitchen is by far the warmest place of our house.
Okay.
Even without the stove running.
Well,
So
remind me not to sleep there because holy jeez, it would be too warm.
we try to keep it at 22.
Fair enough.
So that's our goal. 24 I can live with. I put a t-shirt on, take off my socks. But anything over 24, it's like, oh boy, we need to open the window.
Bikini mode.
I have actually worked in a tank top and shorts in my house in the
Why not?
winter.
Why not?
Because either myself or Eric put too much wood in the stove, and a couple hours later it's 28 degrees. It happens a couple of times a year. But yeah, that was our excitement this
Well,
week.
that sounds extremely exciting. And with all these crazy temperatures and everything that happening, the wind was wicked on Monday.
Oh, that wind was scary. We lost power.
Come on.
And off 5
No way.
times.
I don't
LD.
believe Thorn and LD lost power.
Right?
Alone.
Imagine that. Thorn and
Imagine.
LD lost power. Ours flickered 5 times. The generator came on, I think, 3.
You have a Generac?
Yes.
Okay, good investment for anybody. Good investment.
That was when we decided to buy an LD. That was my condition of buying a house in LD or Thorn again, was we had a generator that came on automatic.
Oh yeah, because
I've
sorry, but
lived
you
with
guys are
the-
off more than
you
you're
know.
on.
I've lived with the one, you have to wheel out and you have to plug in, and I've, separated my shoulder once doing it. So, yeah.
If you can do it, you do it,
Well,
right?
that's it. We set money aside to do it. And
Yeah, because they're expensive. For those of you who don't know, they average about 8 to 10 grand for a Generac, a good Generac. So,
Yeah.
well, good. Okay. Well, you made it here. I'm happy.
Yes.
And
no damage. No one was
damage.
hurt. But Malcolm talked about it all day.
Oh, well, of
He
course.
was like, "Mom, you should have seen the branches flying." And he was so animated about it. I think it made his day being home.
Right
So,
on. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, Catherine, we are open book of.
January 30th.
We are the end of the month.
I didn't see January. Again, I feel like I say that every month, but
I didn't see it. I just had too much happen. Too
I-
much happened for us.
That's it. Yeah.
It
It was busy.
being sick and the flood and a lot of.
Yeah.
We just won't exaggerate on that part,
No.
but we'll just go.
And mine was, a bunch of training courses and whatnot. So
So it's come and gone. We're heading into February.
it is.
But before we say, where we're heading in February, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of TVCTK. We have a new member on board with us. Her name is Carol Woods. And for those of you who don't know her, Carol worked 10 years at Uniprix as the manager, and she has a very good rapport with people, good communication, nice personality. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome her on board. In fact, she's sitting behind the camera now, so
She
we just
is.
threw her right onto everything right away. And she's got a beautiful smile happening, no stressed.
No.
Stress backwards is desserts.
I love desserts.
Me too. So
Don't love stress,
So
but-
let's eat desserts and not be stressed.
Agreed.
I can't eat them yet, but it's coming.
I eat too many desserts.
Yeah, that sweet stuff is good.
But welcome, Carol.
Welcome, Carol.
Yeah.
And her picture is going to be up behind here, or you're going to see her picture on the community channel.
Yes.
Because we have a list of all the board members plus our employees, and Carol fulfills the final of our vacant position.
That is
we had.
great.
So welcome aboard, Carol, and we're very proud to have you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I interject something about desserts?
Sure, you always bring this up at lunchtime. Sure, Catherine, because
I'm
you know
sorry.
we didn't eat.
I
Do
did.
it.
I ate.
I can't.
I always eat
do
early.
Okay, what?
Did you know that last Monday was National Chocolate Cake Day?
Last Monday, I was sitting on
Yeah.
a dentist chair. No, did not know.
Yeah.
Probably couldn't have cared less.
Yeah. So I'm just throwing out that useless tidbit.
And what's
of
my favorite
information.
thing, Catherine?
Chocolate.
Yes,
And that's why I had to mention it to you. In case you didn't know, you could mark it in your calendar for next year.
I eat chocolate every day, so to me, I don't need to mark it down. Chocolate is.
Yes, but this was Chocolate Cake Day. National
Cake Day.
Chocolate Cake Day. We did not have chocolate cake. Because making a gluten-free chocolate cake is a little...
complex.
it's hit and miss. So we made sweet potato brownies instead.
Oh, those must have been awesome.
We love
Okay,
those.
well, no, I didn't mark it down. I had, I guess my mind was prioritized.
It was elsewhere.
Elsewhere,
but
not on
now you
chocolate
can,
cake.
you know, for those of you looking for something nonsensical to put on your calendars, you
Just
can, you know,
one more thing.
look it up. National Chocolate Cake Day. Did you know that there's a national something food-wise? I think every day, if you Googled it.
You have to eat, so
That's
why
true.
not, right? Why not?
There you go.
It's a good point, though. It's good to remember.
Desserts.
I'll try to remember it when I'm like looking for it.
Desserts.
Desserts. No stress. Desserts.
Desserts.
Okay. So we put a memory out on
We
the TVCTK. What was it?
It was the old hockey team. You have the name there.
I
in the
do.
Photo.
Okay. The photo's behind us.
Yeah, it's behind us, but she also has it here so that we can reference to it. And we put it up because this past weekend we had the men's hockey tournament. So Stephanie thought it would be a great thing to share the photo of the old hockey team
Okay.
in town.
So I'm going to read these. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to read these. And maybe you recognize somebody up there, or maybe it's you, or, you know, we'll see how it
That's
goes. So, in the front row, we have Geoff Frere, Roger Presso, Marcel Villette, James Hogan. So in the back row, Albert Burbe, Chris Cousineau, Roger Chenier, Mr. Bailey. I wonder if that's related to the Baileys who put in coffee. Oh, sorry, off topic. Ernest Burbe, Albert Presso, Sid Ringrose, and Roger Burbe. Then we have blank name Landrio, Doris Presso, Del Cheney, and Charlie Grant.
Wow.
Do any of those names sound familiar? Not to you. Not to you. No offense. Because Catherine's from Toronto, so she's been here like 18 years.
Oh, it's been more than that.
Is it more now? Mm-hmm. 20
It's been
years?
23.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so these names for sure wouldn't.
No, most of them, some of the last names ring a bell, just, you know. But,
Because of the name?
The
Yeah.
actual people, no, I'm sorry.
They were called the Canadian Core Hockey Team.
That's
So,
cool.
You know where the core was before, Catherine?
No.
So they used to have a Canadian core. Sorry, just so I don't pull my mic off.
No, that's good.
So you know where Esso Lacoste is?
Yes.
So not Esso Lacoste. Well, there basically, but the garage itself.
Yeah.
Behind there,
Okay.
there's a road. So
Yes.
there's where Manic Art is in that area. So there's a little road.
There's a little road back there.
To the left of that was the Canadian core.
Oh,
It
where
wa-
it's
Full
it's
of-
vacant now, or full of
Cars and
crap,
parts.
Scrap cars?
Scrap cars.
Oh, there
That
used to be a
was-
building there.
That was called the Canadian Corps.
Cool.
Yeah, that was the go-to place at one point.
wow.
Like we used to have a Muska hotel,
Oh.
which was going up that way, and it was where Pro Nature is.
Yes.
So that whole lot was a hotel called Muska before.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Wow.
just trying to give you a little bit of history on our town since it's been 23 years.
2000 and... Oh, no, 22.
22.
2003.
There we go. Okay, so that's kind of cool. We had no comments, so that's why we
Yep.
read the names, talk about
That's
it.
it.
We had no name. Okay.
So we have some news from the town of Temiskaming that Monsieur Alain Gauthier is the new mayor of the town. He has been an appointed representative of the southern sector and sat on the administrative committee, planning committee, as well as the commission of the MRC.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Alain, and we hope you will come here and have an interview with us soon.
I want to say congratulations too, because I think Alain Gauthier is going to do a really good job. He was part of us with the Skidoo Club as a VP, and for the years that he was with us, phenomenal, easygoing, friendly.
That's what I remember from the mill
Yeah,
as
and
well.
I think because of his background, excellent knowledge, Alain is going to be able to bring a lot to the
Yeah, I
town.
think he'll bring a lot to the town.
But you had a good point. Yes, we hope here at TVCTK we can do an interview with you. Oh,
Yeah.
we are. We got a thumbs up from Carol. See, look at her. Like, she's right there. Like,
She's right in it.
she's in there. Awesome. S'more fun. Did Malcolm go?
We have been there a couple of times.
'Kay.
Yeah. He
Is
loved it.
Okay, he doesn't feel like he's too old for it?
It depends who we go with, to
Okay,
be honest with
fair
you.
enough.
When he goes with we have some friends who have much younger kids, and so he kind of feels a little out of place because they want to be in the little area, but he can't be in it. So there is that. But overall, he loves it, and I think it's great. I like the basement as well with the calming room and the swings and the craft stuff. So overall, I think it's a great place. If you
Wonderful.
haven't been there, please go and support them. 'cause
Well,
I
my
think
son
they're
comes down
fantastic.
from Lorraineville
Yeah.
with the 2 kids and pays for the pass for the day, and they come visit and they go visit the grandparents, and the kids absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. So good job to S'more Fun, because really we didn't have anything like that here.
No, I'm super happy to see something like this for the kids in town. I think it's great.
For sure. So let's talk about them.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
So they have a fundraiser going on right now.
Ooh.
It's called the Hole in One Hockey Challenge.
Oh, wow. I mean, Temiskaming is known for hockey, right?
So for those of you who haven't been there, there is a putting golf simulator
Okay.
inside the facility. So they want you to make a putt using your hockey pod as a putter to enter the draw. It's $2 per try or 3 for $5.
Okay.
And you can win a S'more Fun gift certificate worth $200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. You can bring a whole family. I could get on my knees. I wonder if they'd let me in and get on the stuff.
Eric has actually gone on the bigger kid side. It is rated for adults to be able to go on it.
Okay. Cool.
I do not because, well, as you know, I am accident prone. So
She said it, okay? She said it.
I try to
But
stay.
it's true. It's true.
It
but
is
she
very
said
true.
it. Okay.
So I try to stay off of it just for my own personal
Yeah. Good.
ego.
Good.
Ego.
That's actually a good call.
But all proceeds of this fundraiser are going to go to the Temiskaming Minor Hockey Association.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. Good job. Iron Grip Invitational. Ooh, Iron Grip.
I do not have an iron grip.
Is that what it means?
Maybe,
Or
but
does it mean pass the iron on a board?
I don't think so. I think it's the
I
first
don't
one.
know. I think it's the workout one.
I think so too.
Okay, so Iron Grip Invitational.
Yes.
A jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu.
A jiu-jitsu. Okay. Jiu-jitsu. You can say that if you're cold. The event is happening in Kibawak. So Saturday, March 22nd. It's far, but it's good to give you a heads up.
Yep. Mark it in your calendars.
Mark in your calendars. And if you don't know the address of Kibawak, because we do have a lot of newcomers, it's on the sector heading towards Kipwa, so it's in Kipwa, and it's at 116 Ogima.
Yes.
So the local Gage Manella,
Yes.
is the person, will be in the game. He will be against Ty Boissignol. Doors open at 6 p.m. The event starts at 7. So, of course, what they're asking is, let's go support.
Yeah,
let's go
come and cheer on our
Bring your
locals.
pom-poms if you want. And, of course, if you want more information, you can reach out to Steve Morris, otherwise known as,
Judo Steve.
everybody knows him as Judo Steve.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
That is cool.
And hopefully for us, March 22nd, Saturday, we can get somebody from the community channel up there and film it.
That would be great.
It's an event, right? So when we try to cover events, but it's a Saturday, so we can't promise, but we'll try.
So we have a message about the restaurant.
I'm very sad, but I'm happy for them.
I am happy for them as well. So we have a message from Elaine. So she says, it is with emotion that I announce the change of administration of the restaurant. Elaine, sorry.
Elaine, yeah.
Elaine, sorry.
Elaine. That's good.
Change of administration of the restaurant in Miskamang, which will be effective in a few weeks. After 12 and a half years as the head of the restaurant, it's time for me to take a well-deserved retirement.
Yes.
Over the years, I have been fortunate to have had invaluable collaborators, including Sylvie and Serge, to whom I owe a large part of my entrepreneurial success. Others have been part of the team for more or less short periods, including Tina and Minot, who are loyal to their positions. To all of you, Hélène says 1,000 thank yous. It is with enthusiasm that Miss Christine Hélène and Monsieur Pierre-Yves Lajoie begin this new challenge. Proud of several years of experience in catering, they will continue what has been established for over 40 years.
45.
45 years, sorry.
That's all good.
Oh, since 1980. I'm not going to tell you how I knew that so quickly.
Well, geez. Do I have to do the math?
No, you don't need to do that math at all. Hélène would like to thank all of these loyal customers. Looking forward to seeing you again, Hélène. Happy retirement.
And me too. Al and I are big-time customers, as a lot of you people are. And I have to say the staff and the service is phenomenal. We've had events where they would sponsor, or we'd go there for closing suppers for the Skidoo Club, so they definitely helped us out in there. But I have to say that always well treated and good staff.
There's always a smile when you walk in.
Isn't
That's what I love.
Me too.
You know, you
It's
walk
like here, right, Catherine?
Yeah, that's
Because you can smile. I'll smile too, sort of. I find that hard. Anyway, but you have a beautiful smile.
Oh, well, thank you.
There we go. So, happy retirement and enjoy.
It's well deserved.
And enjoy, right? Epicure, the famous Epicure.
My heart is breaking.
Me too.
For the consultants right now.
My sister sold for 13 years.
Yeah.
I'll give a little history maybe on the Epicure. It's also recognized from the Heart and Stroke because it's low sodium products. Gigi Vaillancourt sells Epicure here in this town as well. And I thought there was somebody else.
There's Jennifer Larochelle.
Jennifer Larochelle, okay. So, unfortunately, Epicure is closing their doors.
Well, there is some news. This is probably not as updated as it possibly could be.
Yeah, be factual because...
But the reps have been contacted and there is a potential buyer for Epicure. But it does not mean that they will be continuing with the home base model.
Right.
So we may not be losing Epicure as a brand, but our consultants are still in limbo as to whether they can actually continue with the home base model. So if you don't know what a home base model is, Epicure was selling exclusively through who they called consultants. Some companies call them brand partners, representatives, etc. But they are the ones who were selling Epicure to you. And this news that Epicure will maybe continuing, but not maybe with their consultants, is still very heartbreaking. So,
true enough. So with that point, I had a lot of the background knowledge from my sister. She's quite high up on there. She's senior ambassador, or she's really high.
yeah.
She had a lot of feedback to give me, and yes, you pointed out some I'm not going to bring it out here. So basically, what we want to tell you is There could be changes coming about, but right now we're what Catherine mentioned, and the reps have all been notified. They were all at the same time, and everyone was devastated.
Yeah.
Especially they've committed to so much into their marketing aspects because they have to pay for their marketing with the new logos, with all the new stuff. I'm going to take my sister as an example because I won't put anybody else on a bad front.
A spot.
But you know, when you put $850, $900 on marketing tools that you just bought in October for your shows to come for this year, and they're not even guaranteeing any money's coming back to them or anything. So these people, like my sister's place is, and Gigi has her cabinet, but my sister's place, probably half of this room is one room just of Epicure.
Yeah.
And it's boxes, boxes, boxes of inventory she prepared, bought for, because she has craft shows, not craft shows, vendor
shows,
markets,
yeah.
vendor shows. But you have to pay for that in advance. You have to pay your tables in advance.
Yeah.
And when you pay $400 for 4 shows and you're not going to have them, that really hurts.
It does.
That really,
So,
really hurts.
yeah.
But anyway, so on behalf of TVCTK, for our representatives that are here for Epicure, you guys did a marvelous job. And I'm not going to take that away from them. And we're sad to hear that they're closing their doors.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Ooh, you do the big one.
She left me the big one.
But shouldn't you do it because you are part of the Snowmobile Club?
Oh, it is part of the Snowmobile Club.
It is.
I was wondering if you were going to catch it. I said maybe she'll just go with it and not say a word.
Third word is snowmobile.
Okay, fine. I figured you were going to pass it
I
over.
will do it. but
It's okay.
Feel free to jump in.
I understand it more. I understand
Oh.
it too. So it's. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay,
And
I'll just sit
sit
back
back
and
and snore.
relax.
All right. So National Concerted Snowmobile Operation. So we all know the snowmobile season has taken into effect. All the trails are open. They're working really hard. Groomers, a lot of things going on. Let's talk about the Quebec Police Services. They are out there. They're on the snowmobiles. They have a radar. They're allowed to use it. The speed limit is 70. You're over it. You get caught. You made the choice. Snowmobiling can be a wonderful sport, but it has to be a safe sport at the same time.
Yeah.
So, in collaboration with the Contrôle Routier Québec and obviously the FCMQ, Fédération des Clubs de Motoneige is in French, but FCMQ, as everybody knows it, obviously they have stepped up their interventions because of so many accidents and infractions that are happening and complaints. Okay, complaints, and our local are part of that too. Speeding or if you do any type of modification to your machine, it's illegal. You know, there's all kinds of things. So what are they doing? They're doing their job. On January 25th and 26th, as part of the national concerted operation targeting snowmobilers whose behavior could compromise their safety and other users.
It's compromise.
A compromise. Promise. I should have let you read.
It's okay. I can take over if you want.
You should jump in on the next one.
So police officers, FCMQ trail surveillance officers, and road controllers carried out various interventions on January 25th and 26th, whether on the trail or at intersections with a public road, and ensured that equipment was properly secured when transporting it on Quebec roads. Everyone applies, depending on the situation, the various laws and regulations regarding off-road vehicles, whether under the Off-Road Vehicle Act, the Highway Safety Code, or the Criminal Code. At the same time, an awareness campaign was deployed on various social media platforms of police organizations. It aimed to remind off-road vehicle users of the importance of respecting the law in force and adopting prudent behaviors at all times. This new campaign is being deployed under the theme of On the Trails, I Take My Responsibility. I think this is great.
It's phenomenal. Want me to jump in on that?
Sure.
Okay. Safety tips. So there's a lot that goes on. I'm 20 years now that I'm a patroller. I'm very proud to say For our region, we have 7 certified patrollers.
That's great.
And we have one of the biggest of the amount of patrollers. So
Oh, wow.
For a small town.
For a small
which is
town, that's amazing.
Really good. I've been 15 years as chief patroller, so when we do patrolling, we go out with the SQ, so we don't get any flack from people. We never go alone.
That's
Number
good.
1, it's very dangerous for anybody to do it alone because you never know who you can meet up with.
Yeah.
Number 2 is we do it with the SQ. They check the insurances, we check the passes. Nobody's going to give you a hard time.
No.
But we want to give you some safety tips, okay? It's really, really important. Everybody loves to go out hiking. You know, they see a trail that's been groomed out. Hey, let's go for a walk. I have to tell you that if anybody is caught walking on a trail, it's a $250 fine.
Wow.
Because it's mandatory that you do not walk on the trails for
it's
safety reasons.
prohibited.
For prohibited.
Well, at 70 kilometers an hour, you come around a corner and there's a pedestrian.
That's right. In town, I mean, it's supposed to be 30 to 50 depending on your location. But I mean, plan your route accordingly, okay? It's really, really important. So when they don't go alone, and always notify a loved one if you're going for a hike. Don't walk on the trails.
Yeah.
So before going for a hike, plan it and find out about the state of the network. Of course, you could be out there somewhere, and a lot of times your phones could be in reach, but a lot of times might not be.
Yeah,
So plan.
self-service is spotty once you start getting into the bush.
Absolutely. Obey the signs and adjust your speed according to the conditions of the trails.
Yes.
70 on the trail, 30, 50 in town, depending where you are. And some areas are 15 kilometers an hour.
Oh, wow.
So, because when you start getting into, let's say, Rouen, Val-d'Or, Amos, all the bigger cities, they've reduced it. Why? Because it's a bigger
There's
area.
more traffic.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maintain a safe distance between your vehicle and the one in front of you. Don't tailgate somebody with your Ski-Doo. Nothing is more aggravating when you follow somebody too close. If they put the brakes, you're hitting them. Plain and simple. 1, it's not good for your machine and very expensive. But 2, do it like you would a car. Although people don't follow that
I'm
necessarily.
not sure that's the best recommendation.
No, but like in a car, some people try to follow you too close,
Yes.
right? So give yourself the distance that you need, and basically,
And I can't imagine being so close to a machine. Like, yes, the trails are groomed, but you still have snow flying around behind. Like,
Exactly.
do you really want that in your
it's
face?
the ice that comes off of the tracks,
I
Yeah,
don't know. I was
that's not
only
good.
ever a passenger, but I couldn't imagine driving so close that
I was a passenger twice, and I got thrown off by my own husband, and I said, never again, so I'm a driver.
I don't like to drive a vehicle, so driving anything else in the bush or otherwise is not my cup of tea.
Okay.
I
there
am
you
a
go.
passenger
You're allowed.
princess.
You're allowed. Keep your vehicles white headlights and the red rear parking light on,
Yeah,
which means
don't.
clean the snow off of them so that people can see them.
And don't modify them.
You're not allowed. If you modify any of your machines, I believe the first infraction is minimum of starts at $275. If you put pipes on, it's $400.
Wow.
$425, I want to say. So any type of modification to a machine, if you've bought a machine, it has to stay as
the way
is.
it was.
The only thing technically you're supposed to, in Quebec, you have to have mirrors on your left side. Okay, but
Okay.
wherever you buy your machine doesn't necessarily mean there's mirrors on it.
Okay.
They do allow some.
So that
Sometimes.
type of modification, because it's a safety model.
You have no choice. It's mandatory for Quebec to have a mirror on the left side.
Okay.
So keep right at all times. My God, we can't tell you enough of that. Just because it's beautiful, get out of the middle, get on the right. Because going around the corner, I don't know how many times we've had near misses. Stick to your side. You're driving on a highway, you stick to your side.
Yeah.
You drive a Ski-Doo, stick to your side. Always stick to the right is what you're supposed
Yep.
to do. Wear your helmet and safety glasses. Actually, again, if you get caught without a helmet, it's a $100 fine.
Wow.
Okay, so be vigilant with that because there is no
I can't imagine getting on a Ski-Doo without a helmet.
without a helmet, but there are no exceptions.
Yeah.
Okay, on a trail, you want to
Yeah.
ride it on the lake like that, and the cops stop you. Technically, you should be having a helmet, but respect private property by ensuring you have the owner's permission to ride there and stay on the trails. Our biggest thing, and we hear it all over the news, is the agriculture people are allowing us, the farmers are allowing us to use their areas and their lots and their land
Yes.
with respected designated trail.
You stay on
If
the-
you get off of the trail, we lose the rights or the right of ways.
Yeah.
So stick with that. Driving impaired, alcohol or drugs. Well, to me, that doesn't matter if you're a four-wheeler, if you're skidoo, if you're a car. You don't drink and drive, or you don't have drugs, in your system.
Yeah.
Because it could cause a fatal snowmobile collision. Stephanie snuck something there.
I think it's from the question of the week.
The question of the week. Okay. Take responsibility.
Yes.
Remember, no snowmobilers lost their lives during 2024 edition of the National Concerted Operation, which means
That is good news.
because they put 2 or 3 days emphasized on that. Okay. People have lost their life for snowmobiling.
Yes. Or been significantly injured.
Exactly.
But, 2024 was a positive year. So let's make 2025 as equally positive.
As equally possible. Good thought. So through these operations, all partners hope that VHR enthusiasts can enjoy their recreational tourism activities in complete safety.
Yes.
Throughout Quebec. And of course, as we say on the trails, I take responsibilities.
Yes.
And please, if you see something on the trails and you see it's danger and you have something in your skidoo, a white bag or something, cut it up, wrap it around a tree or something because you don't have ribbon or you don't have anything, just to try and help maybe
Warn people.
if you can't break the branch or clean it up, warn people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we have a note from the municipality of Kippawa.
Oh.
There is going to be a Pilates and chair yoga workshop.
Ooh.
Since it started on Tuesday, January 28th, and will continue every Tuesday. Pilates is at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., and Thursdays will be chair yoga from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Ooh, I like that that's in.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be in the Kippawa room at 637 Rue de l'Église in Kippawa, T-Lake. So no registration is required to attend these workshops, and it's open to everyone. For additional information, please contact Joanie Morin via Messenger.
I have to say, I was chuckling not to laugh at you with you. I thought it was rude. You
I cannot roll my R's.
But you said it so rude.
I was trying to roll my
It
R's,
was
but
really
I
good.
can't do it.
We have the question of the week.
We did.
Do you know what the question of the week is?
Honestly, I didn't see it pop through my Facebook this week, which was odd.
How do you save time in the morning? And I didn't see it.
Huh. I didn't see it. I don't remember seeing that one. So, Lisa, how do you save time in the morning?
Well, get out of bed. Don't hit snooze. I used to do that forever. When we were first married, my husband never said, the alarm. I think in 40 years, he might have used it 4 times. Like
wow.
his clock is automatic. So me, I would just go,
Snooze.
snooze. And he was on shift work. Snooze. Oh my God, run like hell because I'm going to be late for work. So I learned a hard lesson. I learned a hard lesson in life. So how do I get myself organized in the morning? I try to get myself up early enough, shower, have a coffee so I can relax. Nothing bugs me more as me is to arrive, if I start at 8, to start work at 8 and get in there at 8. I like to be there a little bit in advance, not just saying, I made it. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. I like to I like to organize
herself
myself.
in.
Ease myself in. You?
And she was always like that.
Oh, thank you. And
Yeah.
you? You're the same.
Yeah. Ways I try to save time in the morning is plan lunches the night before. Because when Amelia's with us, we've got 4 lunches to make. 3, 4, doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because even when I do work from home, we still try to make sure that there's something for me for lunch.
Okay.
So that I'm not spending the hour break that I take cooking myself a lunch. So
Good for
we
you.
try to plan lunches the night before. And in the morning, it's, like the kids get their clothes out the night before. Amelia, it's really easy. It's like, are you going to wear this uniform skirt or this uniform
Yeah,
skirt?
uniform's the best.
So it's like, do you want this skirt or this skirt? Black or plaid? Because she doesn't like the pants. It's fine. She wears a skirt 5 days a week. That's her choice.
Yeah.
Well, I bought her fuzzy leggings. But Malcolm not being uniformed, it's like, okay, kiddo, get your clothes out the night before so that we're not scrambling in the morning. He wants a certain pair of pants or, he's like, oh, I want comfy pants, but there's none. So at least, you know,
Being organized.
that's
Good
the
for you.
type of stuff we do. And
Good
that,
for you.
That saves time in the morning. And we have a routine. It's, you know, the alarm goes off and we get up, they get dressed. You know, everyone has their job in the morning.
I'll get up, mix the
So-
coffee. He's in the shower first, and then mix the coffee. So I go in the shower. I come downstairs. Coffee's there, and muffin or whatever is there. He's been doing that forever. So yeah.
That's the one place that Eric and I
know,
are still kind
I
of
know.
struggling is the kids eat breakfast, but him and I typically pack our breakfast and we'll eat it at work. That's where we still haven't quite
Figured
optimized
it.
our routine.
It'll happen.
Yeah, it's just there's some days, you know, like today, where I didn't eat my breakfast till 10:30.
I'll scold you.
So I had my coffee, but I didn't have my breakfast.
You have to have your breakfast. The most important meal of your day is your breakfast. Francine Patry says, était retraitée, j'ai pas mon temps pour savoir sauver du temps. So she said, now being retired, she takes her time to do whatever she wants because she saves time.
Fair
She's saving
enough.
time. Bertrand Gelina in French. Just mon alarm. Okay, so he adjusts his alarm 15 minutes in advance, so he could be on time and
Wow.
be organized. That's not bad. That's really good.
I can do that in the summer. I struggle in the winter.
I'll let you read the last one. It's in English.
Oh,
Julie
good.
Bernard says, prépare tout ce que- okay, she does what you do. Prepare the lunches and the clothes in advance, the night before.
It really does save time when you're having to deal with
And you
lunches
can read the
stuff.
last one because it's in English.
And then we have Anne Berube. She says, gave up Facebook. There will be no more fact checking anymore, so I won't be reading it. It will save me time in the morning. And
It's true.
It's true. I don't touch social media with the exception of checking the bus Facebook page. We do have a text message system, but on occasion those text messages don't come in until 9 o'clock in the morning. But they post habitually now on Facebook.
Okay.
So that is the extent of me checking social media. Is I go directly to their page. I have it pinned, and
That's
I go in the morning. But
Well-
other than that, if I open my phone for anything, it's I fall down a rabbit hole and I look up and go, oh my God, it's 7 o'clock. Malcolm, your bus. We have to leave in 5 minutes. So
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
When you have kids, kids are your priority. Get it done. When you don't, you're kind of like, well, what game are you playing there? Maybe, maybe I can try and beat you.
yeah,
That's where we're at now.
I will sometimes get lost in Duolingo. You know, Malcolm
like
gets
that.
on the bus so early, and I have about 20 minutes between getting back in the house and having to leave for work. So I'll open my Duolingo and do my French lesson.
There you go.
But I've now had to set an alarm to make sure that I leave for work on time.
There we go. That's a good question of the week. I like it. We have some happy birthdays.
We
Of course,
do.
we have happy birthdays every day that we can say.
There are.
Every day. January 30th, big happy birthday goes out to Ayana Ming Bean and my friend Sue Mullins from Mawapani.
Nice. We don't have anyone on January 31st in our social circle, but if you do have a birthday, happy birthday. February 1st is Stephanie Rushlot and Sheldon Young.
On February 2nd, we have Eads, Dimza, I guess. Sorry, I apologize. Joanne Abbott and Roxanne McKenzie.
Nice. February 3rd is Julie Gauvreau.
And I'm going to add on February 3rd is my brother Robert, so Robert Morin.
Happy birthday.
February 4th, we have Annick Brown and Huguette Delum.
And we don't have anyone on February 5th, but happy birthday.
Well, there you go. We have a thought of the week.
We do.
You go for it.
A big thank you to everyone who is trying right now. Trying to do the right thing, trying to stay open, trying to keep going, trying to hold on, trying to let go, trying to find their rhythm, trying to stay afloat, trying to face each new day, trying to find their balance, trying to love themselves, trying new things and new ways. I see you, I'm here too, and we're all in this together.
I love it.
That's great. I like
It's
that.
true, though, when you think about it. Eh?
Yep.
It's true. So we had a bingo, Catherine.
did.
And you know what's funny is Carol came on board and we threw her right away onto the phones and
That's
we're
great.
just throw her into board on everything, behind the cameras, on the phones.
Yeah, it's the best way to learn.
It is. But you see the name who won on the bingo.
I did, and
You
I'm
know her
so
very
excited.
well. Yes. So we want to say a big congratulations to
Lorraine
Ramo, which I don't think she's ever won the bingo.
No?
No, and she hardly ever played. So if she won, I'm happy for her. So she was a winner of last Tuesday's bingo.
Yep.
She bought her card at Stop 102.
Cool.
Our next bingo is our
Valentine's
Day bingo, and it's a special bingo of 1,300. Thank you. Of 13, and Stephanie's in the
Yeah,
background.
Stephanie was
too.
doing it
Yeah.
too. Oh, and Carol too.
And Carol too. There we go. The team effort. So Valentine's Day, when we say a special bingo, it means a chance to win 1,300. So 300 on the first letter, whatever they're going to choose. 1,000 on the remains. So of course we cannot forget our bingo sponsor is McGizzy Gas. Thank you so much. We advertise all the time where we can buy the cards. Catherine's going to say it.
Yep, you can get them at the Lakeview, Stop 102, IGA, Clavier, Uniprix, Rose and Company, Dandy's Esso, Thorn Post Office with Miss Joyce Pigeon, with Lisa, and here at the studio, TVCTK at 1415 Kippawa Road. And I would also like to thank our sponsor of the show, Keith Bernard Photography.
Okay, and I'm just going to make a little notation on that because I don't have any cards coming up for the next bingo because unfortunately, and Catherine, I won't be
Yes.
doing the news with you for the next 2 weeks. So you're either doing it with Stephanie or, you're going to wing it or you're going to do
Well,
what you got to do because
I got
won't
bad
be here.
news because on the 11th I won't be here.
And you won't be here either. So
Yeah.
it's going to be Stephanie, Carol, Stephanie, Carol, or whatever. They'll figure it out. We're not here.
Carol and Stephanie will figure it out. But
That's
yeah,
right.
next week I will be here. I will hold the ship for you.
Thank you. I have no doubt
Yeah.
you guys will do a
I
fantastic
will
job.
hold down the fort.
Oh, piece of cake for you.
And then, the 11th, I wonder if I can do the bingo from Mexico.
No, that's just teasing people. Hi, I'm having a cerveza or a tequila.
Hi, I'm sitting.
What letter are you?
I'm sitting in my hotel
No.
in Cancun.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry,
My
y'all.
2 weeks were in Dominican, so, and I want to wish everybody a fantastic week.
Yes.
Safe week, and mostly, please, people, we can't thank you enough for all your appreciation you give back to the community
Yeah.
channel. So keep going with that.
Absolutely. And, Malcolm is always surprised. Someone will stop me in the parking lot of the IGA, or they'll see me somewhere else. And they're like, oh, it's so nice to see you on the news. And Malcolm, he stands a little bit taller. He goes,
Proud.
my mom is a TV star.
And I remember when you first came on board, Catherine, when we did the news, sitting over here,
Yeah.
and oh boy, but
I was nervous.
well, it's normal. But
Yeah.
now, we just winged through this.
That's it.
I'm wishing you a wonderful trip.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you when we get back.
Yes, towards the end of February.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day to the ones because I won't be here, Catherine won't be here, and until next time.
Have a great week.